view range in LightStanza won't affect the calculation grid visibility or the Luminaire visibility. Instead, that's actually set by the level. This is the original level that was used in the Revit import. So you can see I'm on the first floor, and even though these lighting fixtures are mounted on a 9-foot ceiling, I can still see them even though the visibility is set to a maximum of 3 feet. And then if I adjust the view range, let's try 0 and hit enter, it will update the graphics and reduce the view range, so you can see some of the walls actually disappeared when I typed in 0 and hit the enter key. But the luminaires are still visible. There's nothing I can do by adjusting the view range that'll actually hide them in this view, but if I switch it back to 3, I'll get the default state from Revit. And then similarly, if I adjust the level to be 1 above, or 1 below rather, the foundation, even if I increase this all the way up to 30 feet, my luminaires and calculation grids still don't come in just because they're on a different level. It won't show them based on that. So typically when we see the lighting fixtures missing from a plan, the best thing to try is actually making an adjustment to the level you're viewing, and that can bring them back. If you need to make an adjustment to the level that the lighting fixtures are placed on after importing from Revit, you can also do that through the Luminaires menu. So if I click this, I can select all or just a subset using these checkboxes. And so if I click that, and then the little stairs icon allows me to reassign floors for all the luminaires I have selected. So if I move those down to the foundation level, I won't be able to see them here because I haven't changed the view range. And then I can bring them all back to the first level just by selecting first floor plan again. And then we're on the same floor, and so they'll be visible in the view again. And if you need to select the luminaires or modify them without affecting anything else in a complex Revit background, there are a couple of different techniques to manage that. The first way is to start by opening the lighting menu. And then with this opened, I can window select in the lighting plan, and this will only allow me to select lighting fixtures. So notice I'm not getting any of the walls or calculation grids. And so with these selected, I can also right click, and then in the context menu that pops up, I get a few different options that are specific to Luminaire instances. So I can do things like delete, copy, mirror, duplicate. The aim options typically pretty helpful. So that's one way to select. You can also do that in a 3D view as well, as long as you have the lighting menu opened. The window will only allow you to select lighting fixtures, and so that can be a quick way to grab a few. Instead of doing it graphically, one other technique is to use the checkboxes in the lighting menu, and so I can either select all of them and just quickly move them by dragging them in the lighting plan, or I can select a subset by selecting this type, and then it'll just grab those. I could also delete them just by using the delete key on my keyboard. And then I'll undo to bring them back. And then one other way is selecting them individually. So you can do that graphically, but it does certainly require a little bit of finesse just to make sure you're not getting any of the other elements in the file. And then you can also select using the instance manager. And so under the type, that's this manage instances arrow. And then I can select them individually by selecting each box, and it'll just grab them on the plan based on the order they were placed in. And then I can do operations on these as well. So if I need to delete, I'll just do the delete option and it'll remove those, just the specific ones I had checked. So I hope that helps. Thanks so much.